What's up, Taiwan? Good morning. I got your hot coffee right here. I'm Leslie Liao with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Vice President William Lai has embarked on his first official international trip to attend the inauguration of Honduran President-elect Xiomara Castro. Lai is hoping to speak with high-level officials during his trip, as Eric Gao reports.
Heading to Honduras. Vice President William Lai is looking to make diplomatic gains for Taiwan on his first official visit abroad. He is representing Taiwan at the inauguration of Honduran President-elect Xiomara Castro. During his trip, he will transit in the U.S. state of California 2 times. Lai is expected to use the opportunity to speak with U.S. officials and leaders from the local Taiwanese community.
我们会安排赖副总统跟美方的政要进行通话或者是视讯的会议。那么也会跟洛杉矶还有 San Francisco 旧金山的这个侨界领袖进行视讯的互动。
Last Friday, 2 U.S. congressmen wrote a letter to U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris, urging her to officially meet with Lai at the Castro inauguration. Representatives Tom Tiffany and Scott Perry said such a meeting would strengthen U.S.-Taiwan ties and send a message to China.
那我们外交部会持续跟各方来保持密切的沟通，我们进行适当的这个安排。我们也希望借这个场合，能跟各国的代表来进行互动，来拓展台湾跟相关友好国家的一个互动跟往来。
总统
While details of any potential meetings have yet to be revealed, there are high hopes that Lai will be able to raise Taiwan's international profile on this trip. James Rayner and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
The head of the World Health Organization says it's dangerous to assume that the coronavirus pandemic is winding down. Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus also warned that Omicron may not be the final COVID variant. That's after the WHO's Europe director suggested that the region could be moving towards an endgame. That's a situation in which more people get infected, but serious illness or death are less likely. On a positive note, the WHO chief said it is possible that the pandemic's acute phase could end this year if global testing and vaccination targets are met.
There are different scenarios for how the pandemic could play out and how the acute phase could end. But it's dangerous to assume that Omicron will be the last variant or that we are in the endgame. On the contrary, globally, the conditions are ideal for more variants to emerge.
Taiwan's special forces rank among the most formidable in the world. The grueling training these Marines undergo prepares them for a vital role in any potential conflict with China. Jaime Okan has this report on what it means to be a frogman.
This is the road to heaven. A 100-meter path that separates ordinary soldiers from Taiwan's most elite naval force, the Amphibious Reconnaissance and Patrol Unit, more commonly known as Frogman, Taiwan's equivalent to a U.S. Navy SEAL. These Marines are at the end of a brutal 12-week training course, the last 10 days which are spent performing exercises like this.
最难的我觉得是时间的调配，因为它中间没有休息，就是可能只有4、5分钟让你去厕所或者是喝水，然后就要继续进行下一个科目，连续的6天5夜。
Many trainees fade in and out of consciousness from the fatigue, but the exercises are meant to develop an iron will, which they'll need to complete specialized missions as frogmen.
不怕死？
为什么不怕死？
因为我爱我的国家，我爱台湾，为台湾付出生命是一定要的。
In the event of war with China, which claims Taiwan as a breakaway province, these trainees will find themselves on the front line, scouting enemy positions and calling in attacks. In training, they spend much of their time in the water. As Taiwan is an island nation, these future frogmen need to learn how to hold their breath and stay submerged with full combat gear. Of the 31 who started the course, only 15 finished. Taiwan hopes these new frogmen will serve as inspiration for the next generation of soldiers tasked with safeguarding the island. James Rayner and Jaime Ocon for TaiwanPlus.
It's a dream for many to fly around the world, but for 19-year-old Zara Rutherford, it was far more than just a flight of fancy. The British-Belgian aviator flew herself into the record books as the youngest woman to fly around the world solo. She spoke to our reporter Sandy Chi about her incredible adventure.
Young and bold, Zara Rutherford comes in for landing in Belgium, accompanied by the country's Red Devils aerobatic display team after completing her record-breaking journey. Thank you. It's a story months in the making. The teenager set off last August and traveled more than 50,000 kilometers across 5 continents, visiting 52 countries, including Taiwan. Zara's journey required tremendous determination.
So the main goal for me in the very beginning was just to go on this crazy adventure and have this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But then I never thought it'd be possible because, flying around the world is challenging, it's dangerous, it's expensive. And so I never really thought much about it. But then I was finishing school and I thought, actually, this is the perfect opportunity to do something crazy and fly around the world. So I planned the route.
Along the way, she encountered life-threatening situations, including extreme weather.
For example, flying through California, there were many wildfires. And then I had to divert because the smoke, it would just feel like it was almost in the cockpit and I could smell it. And it was just, everything was kind of a brownish orange. And that's one of those scenarios where it was pretty scary looking back. But in the moment, I was just really focused on making sure that I got to the ground safely.
With no one but herself to accompany, Zara learned to trust her abilities.
I can't just be like, I give up, I'm done, someone else figure it out. It is just me in the plane, there's nobody else around, and I have to figure it out. And so then I think your instincts kind of kick in of, okay, how do I get through this safely? What do I do? Let's do this. And otherwise, if I did need an extra boost, it was music. I got this huge playlist that I found on Spotify with 40 hours of music with just songs that I recognize. And so then it's just quite nice having something that I'm familiar with.
The young aviator was particularly enamored with her time in Taiwan.
I love Taiwan. Taiwan was amazing. Seeing Taipei and the hills in the background, or mountains even, was gorgeous.
And she enjoyed a special treat during her stay.
I was given bubble tea when I landed and at the hotel, and I love it. The little round things are kind of strange, and they were slightly weird to get used to, but I really like them. I would love to come back to Taiwan once the pandemic is over and properly look around.
Now finally safe and sound back home, the journey has given Zara a new appreciation for the little things in life.
It's incredible. I'm just so happy to be home. It's been a long 5 months. So seeing the family again, seeing the cats again, I'm really happy.
For Zara's parents, both of whom are pilots themselves, the daughter's journey is a source of pride, and one they hope can encourage more girls to pursue careers in aviation and science.
It was amazing. It's been a roller coaster of emotions. Extremely proud now with what she has done, because it's extremely difficult what she's done. And it wasn't a given that she would succeed. And also extremely proud for the message she's bringing to young girls and young women. Go for your dreams, go for it, reach for the sky.
With the end of one journey comes the start of another. Zara is set to begin university this year as she pursues her next dream, to fly into space as an astronaut. Patrick Chen and Sandy Chi for TaiwanPlus.
The world's largest and most powerful telescope has arrived at its cosmic parking space in orbit around the Sun. It took about a month for the $10 billion James Webb Space Telescope to travel the 1.5 million kilometer distance to its destination. The first images won't come back until June, and that's because they have to go through the painstaking process of aligning the telescope's mirrors before it can go into operation. The giant instrument will allow scientists to look further back into the history of the universe than ever before. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. I'm Leslie Liao. We leave you with pictures of a newly discovered coral reef off the coast of Tahiti. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. See you next time, and take care.